Emergency news is coming. The change every experienced dropshipper is afraid of. Most definitely, it is going to affect your business big time. Every quarter of the year, eBay is releasing the so-called seller update. Honestly speaking, it is always for the bad. Most of the things included in every seller update are absolute garbage and mean nothing. To say it so, eBay is not very good with writing and perhaps they don't invest too much effort on purpose. The bad part is that 100% of the time it affects us honest dropshippers in the most unpleasant way. eBay is digging deep in our pockets. How come? In this video I will explain how and why does this happen. Also, I will highlight the most important changes regarding the eBay seller update effective of 1st of March 2022. Quite soon, isn't it? Yes, that's typical for an update by eBay. They give you less than 2 to 3 weeks to adapt to it, which is a big threat to your whole business if you don't pay serious attention to it. Therefore, stay tuned up until the end. My tips will give you the best protection for your business against the forthcoming changes. Okay, so why should you be extremely cautious and check always when eBay releases a seller update? Because the main goal of those updates is the change of the seller's fee policy. The name eBay uses is the infamous final value fee. According to them, final value fees. We charge one final value fee when your item sells and you don't have to worry about third-party payment processing fees. This fee is calculated as a percentage of the total amount of the sale plus 30 cents per order. Yes, the final value fee is not new and has been here always. But with every seller update, the additional percentage per sale changes. And it's always more than before. Thanks, eBay. Simply put, after an update, eBay is charging bigger percentage for each sale in many categories. This time, the effect is planned to take place on the 1st of March. Therefore, by then you should have double-checked all increases for all categories and adapt your prices, items and store to the new reality. But let's take a look at some numbers. The categories on eBay are numerous. Most of them are getting a final value fee percentage increase. Like this one, music, vinyl records, from 11.7% to 12%. Or most cell phone and accessories, from 8.7% to 9%. Another one is collectible card games, from 11.5% to 12%. You can also see that some categories, but just a few, like women's bags and handbags or watches, parts and accessories, watches, will preserve the additional percentage fee. Now, 0.3% might not sound like a lot, but in the meantime, thousands of us are working with super tight margins, and such an increase may actually eat our profit. For a developed eBay dropshipping store with numerous sales per day, this may result in thousands of dollars of missed profit or losses over just a few months. And that happened even to me a couple of years ago. How to adapt and what should you do? The first step is to get familiar with all increases and check which categories' percentage increases affect your store. If I have to be honest, this might be quite an annoying task, especially if your store has thousands of listings. If I have to share my experience, last week I updated my store according to the new fees and it took me 2 full days. Annoying. Absolutely wasted time, but without it, it would have become an absolute waste of profit. And we all hate this, right? So, do an audit of all your items and update the price which are going to be affected by the seller update. The obvious move here is to move to a higher margin of profit. This leads to the conclusion that it is very difficult to raise the margin of cheap products. That's why listing more and more expensive and bigger items is one form of a solution here. I know that not all of you are keen to sell expensive items because of the bigger risk associated with it. Anyway, I do recommend it and I have a tips and tricks video dedicated to selling big stuff. So research my channel and steal some useful advice. More bad news coming. Unfortunately, the increased percentage of the final value fees is not the only thing that should trouble you. In this winter seller update 2022, the penalties are going up as well. What are penalties? So most of you know that your seller dashboard consists of an overall grade and 4 individual metrics which combined result in that overall grade. Your grade can be top rated, above standard and below standard. If you didn't know that, in this video, the link of which you can find in the description below, will clarify the things for you. Now that you know, let's return to the penalty part. What happens to your account if your seller status falls to below standard? eBay states quite a few things like your items may be placed lower in search results, you will be charged an even higher percentage rate for final value fees, they can also limit or restrict you from selling on your account and related accounts, or from registering a new account and others. All that doesn't sound nice to a dropshipper, but the one that's not stated here and is eventually very painful is the penalty fee. The penalty fee might be applied to every account whose status is below standard for a certain category and used to be just 5%. Now it's increased to 6%. Much more troubling than the 0.3 to 0.5%, right? The aforementioned seller statuses are applied for every category in which you sell. For example, your status in the category consumer electronics may be top rated, but meanwhile for toys and hobbies you could have below standard. So the penalty fee of 6% would be applied to the whole revenue you made in the category toys and hobbies. And in case most categories you operate will have a below standard status, then the 6% penalty fee is going to be applied to your total revenue. Imagine having a revenue of $10,000. $600 are stolen by eBay just because of your service metrics. All that means that you have to be super careful and never fall to below standard in any category. If you're wondering what is the most important thing in order to keep your metrics on track, the answer is pretty simple: tracking numbers. To have tracking numbers uploaded on time and validated is critical for your store. This is the one and only proof you have in front of eBay if a case is opened. Without a valid tracking, 99% of the time you will lose the case and your metrics will drop. The worst part here is that you need just a few lost cases per month and you are below standard almost instantaneously. Restrictions, penalties, money on hold. Let me stop counting the horrible things that are threatening you if this happens. And you know that tracking numbers provided by Amazon Logistics are unaccepted by eBay. Perhaps the biggest danger you face if you dropship from Amazon. The solution for all this potential mess is quite simple as well: Trackerbot. The Trackerbot plugin will scan, detect, convert and upload all trackings you receive automatically. No delays, no missing trackings, no more natural human mistakes. Trackerbot does it all for you. You will also get many free Blue Care Express trackings which will take care of the Amazon Logistics numbers you most definitely will receive. If you run out of the free BCE trackings, with Trackerbot you will get the cheapest price possible on the market, just 4 cents. If you sign up through the link below, you get also a 30% discount. Alright guys, that's it about the Winter Seller Update 2022. I really don't like to bother you with such bad news, but you must realize the necessity to adapt to changes provided by eBay. And never forget, changes in the seller policy are a constant. Make sure you fix your item prices so you don't sell at break-even or even worse, at a loss. Keep in mind that you have around 10 days to do so, since the changes are effective by the 1st of March 2022. Another thing you should keep your eye on every week are the service metrics. If you want to increase the security of your metrics and store respectively, sign up for Trackerbot now. And every like, comment and subscription to my channel are highly appreciated. See you next week.